Hi guys, bonjour tout le monde. How's it going? So, as promised, I'm here, but unfortunately we didn't get anything in today. Nothing. So you're stuck with me and a small demo. So we're gonna do a little live demo today. We're gonna play with a few things that I have in front of me, and maybe even a few things that I don't have in front of me, because I'm looking for my neon watercolors as well. They're over here, so I see them. I seize them. And hi. So I'm going to get a little messy today because I can, and because that's what I do when I don't know what else to do. I just get messy, and I play, and I play, and I play. So we are going to play together. On va jouer ensemble. So I am going to put you guys up in here. You are not going to be staring at the ceiling, I promise. Okay? I promise. You will not be staring at the ceiling. You'll be staring at the mess that is on my desk. And you can see all the fun things we're going to play with. Okay? Donc aujourd'hui, on va jouer un petit peu. Il n'y a pas des nouveautés qui ont venu, mais je peux vous annoncer que j'ai tout commandé le Elizabeth Crafts et ça a déjà posté. Donc, pour mes amis de Elizabeth Crafts, il est déjà en route. Qu'est-ce qu'il y en a d'autre qui s'en vient? Oh, il y en a plein. Je me souviens plus. Okay. So first, before I start getting messy, I did play with all the pens from Colorista this weekend. Donc, juste avant que je me salis et je commence avec les peintures et mon gel plate et des choses comme ça, je veux vous parler de les crayons de Colorista. J'ai joué cette fin de semaine. I'm going to try and move this again a little bit more. Sorry, guys. But I want to make sure you guys can see what you need to see. All right, so I need to move over a bit is what I'm seeing. There we go. Okay, so I was playing with these markers. I didn't use the metallic. I played with the colored pencils. I played with the markers. And I just want to talk to you quickly about them, because I was making rainbows. That's what I was doing. I was making rainbows. Je fais des arcs-en-ciel. And then I colored one image, which I've just covered with all of this, que j'ai tout couvert avec tous les produits que je veux vous montrer. Et je trouve plus l'image que j'ai colorée, mais c'était le nuage. Ah, je le vois. So let's just quickly talk about some of those markers, and then we'll move on. So this will be a quick one. Ici, j'ai utilisé les marqueurs à l'alcool. J'avais seulement un paquet, so I only had one package of alcohol markers, and I just put them all where? You guys saw? Oh, duh, they're underneath. So this was the only package. Ça, c'était la seule paquet que j'avais. Et dans ce paquet, il n'y a pas comme des couleurs dégradées. So there weren't really colors I could make a gradient coloring with. So what I chose to do is I used the purple, of course, and I used a blender. And I used a blender from another company. It didn't matter which company. I think I used Couture Creations. Mais j'ai utilisé un blender d'alcool d'une autre compagnie. Puis ce que j'ai fait un peu de blending avec les marqueurs. Donc, vous pouvez voir que j'ai fait le mauve là Whoops. I have to just figure out where my camera is. There it is. OK. J'ai fait le mauve là, j'ai fait le rose, puis j'ai fait le bleu. Donc, ça, c'est juste pour vous montrer. Comme j'ai dit, j'avais pas des couleurs pour faire un bon dégradé. So, I didn't have more than one color in each color family. So, I really had to play with the blender. Donc, j'ai utilisé deux techniques. Une où j'ai fait juste mettre la couleur avec un flicking motion. OK? Donc, comme ça. And I don't know where my blender ended up, but parce que je suis en train de m'organiser pour partir demain pour mon congrès. So, what I did, that's not the brush tip. J'ai pris un crayon, puis j'ai fait un flick comme ça. Et après, j'ai fait mon blending avec le blender. Puis pour la deuxième technique, j'ai coloré sur un bloc acrylique. Puis avec le blender, j'ai allé chercher la couleur, puis j'ai fait colorer pour donner un dégradé. So that was my second strategy, I would say, when I was coloring, was I took the blender, here it is, okay? So I colored just on my tapis, like that. Juste un petit peu. J'ai pris mon blender, pas cette côté-là, et j'ai cherché la couleur, puis j'ai fait juste un peu de coloriage avec ça. OK? Donc, pas beaucoup, mais c'est ça que j'ai fait pour avoir juste un peu de nuance de la couleur. So that's what I did, just to have a little bit. Le congrès, c'est en Ohio. Et c'est juste pour les magasins, non, les propriétaires. Donc, here you go. That is what I did with those markers. So they are very nice. They definitely color smoothly. The brush tip was very nice. Le pinceau était vraiment confortable, puis il marche bien. Donc, c'est ça que j'ai fait avec ceux-là. Après ça, avec les glitter markers, j'ai fait ça ici. OK. Donc, j'ai fait ça. Et vous pouvez voir les paillettes dedans. I'm not sure if that was the glitter markers or the glitter paint markers. Je vais confirmer. Oh no, the paint markers were metallic. OK. Donc, ça, c'est les marqueurs pailletés. OK? Donc, c'est des marqueurs pailletés. Vous pouvez colorer avec. La seule chose, moi, j'ai trouvé que sur du papier noir, on ne le voit pas beaucoup. OK? So, on black paper, I didn't find that I saw a lot of the color. So, just to give you a quick demo. Donc, tu vois, dès que ça va sécher, peut-être je vais voir un peu des paillettes, mais je ne vais pas le voir la couleur. So, sur le noir, je ne l'aime pas. Sur le blanc, il est beaucoup plus beau. OK? Et je suggère de toujours braser avant de colorier, mais tu peux le voir, là, on voit les paillettes. OK? So, you can see the glitter right away. Donc, j'aime les marqueurs pailletés, mais seulement pour le blanc. Only for the white, guys, because on the black, it didn't show up at all. So we have that. That's two kinds of their markers. The next thing I did was their watercolors. So the watercolors I used on here, okay? But I didn't really add water. J'ai pas ajouté de l'eau. J'ai fait avec les pinceaux, the brush tip, and I made a rainbow. J'ai ajouté juste une touche de l'eau là, mais c'est pas sur du papier aquarelle. Pointe fine de quoi? Pour les glitters? Je vais vous montrer. Ça, c'est le point. Attends, let's try and get it to focus. Voilà. So you see that? That's the point. Ça, c'est sur les pailletés. That's for the glitter markers. Okay, so I did the watercolor there. And then, where's my one piece of watercolor paper that I did keep out because I wanted to show you? J'ai voulu vous montrer que j'ai aussi fait sur du papier aquarelle. Puis là, j'ai bien aimé ce que j'ai réussi. Donc ça, tu le vois, ça a bien dilué avec du lot. So the color really, really spread out nicely on watercolor paper. So I did really enjoy the watercolor markers on watercolor paper. J'ai bien aimé sur le papier aquarelle. OK. Donc, il y a 2 kits de watercolor. Donc, ceux-là, c'est le Botanic Accents. Puis il y a, je pense, une qui a des couleurs plus primaires. So I think there's also primary colors. All right, so there's 2 packages, and they're really not expensive. I don't have the price on these. Jay, can you give me the price of the Colorista markers, the watercolor ones? Okay, and then I went with the colored pencils. Now, here's something interesting, quelque chose de très intéressant. Quelqu'un est venu, puis elle cherchait spécifiquement les crayons ou les crayons à mine en couleur.
$13.95.
OK. Ceux-là, the watercolor?
Watercolor markers.
Ceux-là, c'est $13,95 pour 8 marqueurs, juste pour vous dire. Ceux-là sont $5,50 pour 12. Mais une dame est venue, puis elle m'a dit, je veux vraiment les Colorista Colored Pencils. J'ai dit, OK, parfait. On a 4 variétés, 4 paquets. Elle a pris les 4. Puis j'ai dit, comment est-ce que tu as entendu parler des Colorista? So I said, where did you find out about Colorista? And she said, Gina K. Now, I have not gone and looked for the Gina K video, but she said that she saw them with Gina K, and that Gina K compared them to Prismacolor. So I have not heard that, and I don't know if Gina's going to be at the show. But if she is, I plan to ask her. So if you wanted to know the quality, I did go and color with them here. Okay, so you see that? I just was kind of doing some shading with 2 of them. I did not, je n'ai pas mis le Mineral Spirits dessus. Je ne sais pas si vous autres connaissez comment le faire ça avec un paper stump. Vous prenez le Odorless Mineral Spirits comme de gamme Sol, puis tu vas sur votre crayon et ça va faire un look beaucoup plus lisse et blendé. Okay? So, I don't think, I have Mineral Spirits, but I don't know if I have a paper stump handy. So that would be for another day that I could show you that. Mais sont là, sont beaux. Puis quand j'ai fait mon tag que vous autres ont tous aimé, c'est ça que j'ai utilisé pour le pot. Parce que ça, c'est un paquet pour peau, puis cheveux. So I found that this is a nice one for faces, portraits. You can do hair color. So I found that this was a nice package. And what's a paper stump? Jay, can you bring me, Karen, could you bring me a package of paper stumps, please? Different sizes. So I will show you what is a paper stump. That is a very good question. And I will show, and a bottle of the mineral spirits. Thanks. I will show you what that is. So give me 1 second and I will grab that. And where's my mineral spirits? Okay. Pendant qu'on attend ça, je vais continuer. Et je vais parler de les marqueurs de peinture. OK? Il vient en couleur très vif. So here's a paper stump. It doesn't matter. Here's a paper stump. C'est un tourbillon. OK? So, what this is, c'est juste des points que tu le mets dans un produit qui s'appelle Odorless Mineral Solvents. OK? C'est bien utilisé avec, well, if you took any of Antonis's classes or Vicky's classes, you saw that she uses this with the vintage antiquing paste. But it has been used for years and years with oil painting and with when you're using colored pencils on coloring, like in coloring books and everything. You take your paper stump, you dip it into your mineral spirits, which you would pour a little out. You don't want to leave the whole bottle open. Vous voulez pas que toute la bouteille reste ouverte parce que oui, il y a pas de, vous sentez rien. Mais si tu laisses la bouteille ouverte toute l'après-midi puis tu fais de coloriage pour quelques heures, vous pouvez avoir mal à la tête. Donc, je suggère de fermer la bouteille puis juste mettre un petit peu dans un petit contenant. So, you would take your stump, tu le mets dedans, puis après, tu colores par-dessus de ton coloriage et ça va enlever les lignes que vous voyez maintenant. Donc, ça va vous donner l'apparence, puis visuellement, ça va être plus lisse. Ça va être plus smooth. OK? So that's what takes out all those coloring lines. Moi, je n'ai pas fait hier parce que je ne trouve pas mes paper stumps. Je ne peux pas ouvrir un paquet juste pour vous montrer ça parce que je viens juste de recevoir mes paquets. OK? So, ça, c'est avec les crayons à colorier. Il y en a 4 paquets, 5,50 chaque. Donc, vous pouvez avoir 24, non, pas 24, 48, parce qu'il y a 12 dans le paquet. You could have 48 colored pencils for, what, $22, $22. So, they look pretty nice. I definitely enjoyed coloring with them. And then with the paint markers, here we go. Ça, c'est les réguliers, sont en haut ici, les couleurs plus vives. Et ceux-là ici, c'est le métallique. Okay? So these are the metallic paint markers. And yeah, I did scribbles, I did all sorts of stuff. But that's when I took out my black paper. And I did that. Whoops, let's put it more in the screen. Voila. And you see how nice and yummy and metallic that is? Je l'aime tellement. Maintenant, j'ai oublié qu'on a aussi un paquet de metallic markers. Et ce que je veux faire comme comparaison vite, c'est de comparer la couleur. Par exemple, le rose, dans les metallic markers, il n'y en a pas une rose. Je vais chercher une couleur qui est presque la même dans les 2 paquets. Puis, on va faire une comparaison entre le marker de Painter, parce que Painter est toujours plus opaque. So, I'd like to do a comparison between the paint marker and the actual metallic marker. Okay? Now, both of these, les deux, vous pouvez colorer sur votre tapis, prendre un pinceau mince. Where's a pinceau mince? Voilà. So, avec les deux, on peut prendre un petit peu, on peut mettre sur notre tapis, on peut ajouter un petit peu de l'eau. Et on peut juste faire un beau spatter. Actually, it's better to do it this way. Come on. So you could do a spatter on your paper. Juste comme ça. Et je vais le faire sur le blanc aussi pour que vous pouvez le voir plus vite. I know I'm off camera. Voilà. Okay, so there you can see doing a nice spatter. Ce fois-ci, j'ai utilisé les marqueurs métalliques. Et ça fait un spatter. Et je peux faire la même chose avec le peinture métallique. Parce que les deux, on peut ajouter de l'eau. For both of them, we can add a little water. Hi, Star. So, you can add water with both of them. You can make it metallic, make it wet enough to do a spatter. And so the question is, will one show up even more than the other? So, je le fais sur le noir. This one seems to have less metallic in it, comme j'ai mis moins de crayon. C'est la bonne, celle-là? Oui. It's like I colored less, so I'm just going to add a little bit more of that. And I'm going to do our spatter up here as well. Yes, you can buy fancy spatter brushes, but this is the way I tend to spatter. Ça, c'est la façon que moi je fais mon spattering. All right, so here it is on the black. I know you couldn't see it down there. And here it is on the white. Now, if I go clean that up, let's see. What am I going to clean that up with? I have a piece of watercolor paper here. Un petit morceau d'aquarelle. Je vais aller le chercher, les deux, puis on va voir. And when they dry, probablement, ils vont être plus métalliques. All right, because you know I don't like to waste, so now I've just cleaned it up. I've mopped it up on that little piece of paper, and c'est tout. So that's what I liked about these markers. So just to do a comparison, let's see what they write like on the black. So here is the metallic marker. Can you see me here? If I move this a little, je veux que vous pouvez le voir. OK, et je vais écrire le mot métallique en mauve. Donc voilà, ça c'est les marqueurs métalliques. OK, so that's the metallic marker. Maintenant, je vais prendre, whoops, I'm mixing it up. That's the paint pen. Donc ça, c'est la peinture. This is the metallic marker. Premièrement, la couleur est un peu différente. Et je trouve un peu plus délicat. Ça prend plus longtemps à sécher. Mais tu vas le voir que ça arrive presque la même chose quand ça sèche. So you see it's taking a little bit longer to dry, so it's more liquid, more fluid. But I think I see more purple in the metallic marker than in the paint pen. Mais les deux sont bons, okay? Because if we look on here, they both spattered the same. Les deux l'air argenté un petit peu. So they both look kind of very silvery on here. So like quand on ajoute l'eau, ça dilue la couleur. So it looks like it kind of took the color out. Hi, Wendy. And there, I kind of think that the purples are different. Le bout est plus fin avec les metallic markers. Les prix sont pas beaucoup, il n'y a pas une grosse différence. Again, can you go into the colorista, Jay, and tell me the difference between the metallic paint markers and the metallic markers? Je vais confirmer le prix. Ici, ça c'est le metallic paint marker. Là.
Metallic markers.
Metallic markers.
8-pack, $17.95.
$17.95 pour les marqueurs métalliques. Pour 8.
Metallic paint markers, $20.95.
et les peintures 20,95. Donc, pas une grosse différence. Donc, cette fois-ci, je commence avec le metallic marker en argent. OK, j'ai écrit metallic encore. Puis maintenant, je vais aller avec le paint marker. I always forget to mix because it's paint. And I think it's just how you press as to how delicate it is. But those look pretty similar. Donc, moi, je pense que vous allez être content avec les deux. Si vous cherchez juste quelque chose métallique, je suggère les marqueurs métalliques. Si vous aimez la peinture acrylique et vous voulez écrire par-dessus de l'acrylique, je suggère les paint markers acrylique, metallic. Okay? So I would recommend, if you're just going to write, you like to write on black, you like to doodle, I would suggest the metallic markers. If you are going to be writing on top of other paint, or you really want to make sure it's opaque, I'm sure they're both waterproof. Let's see, or not, or both not waterproof, but I'm sure the product inside both are pretty similar. So neither one is really moving. Ni un ni l'autre bouge. So not terrible. So in comparison, I would say both are very similar and you wouldn't be sorry with either of them. OK? Donc ça, c'est la couvrage des marqueurs de colorista. J'ai entendu beaucoup de positifs avec toute cette gamme-là. It's very affordable. It's a very affordable line. Et c'est ça que la compagnie... Hi, Helen. We were just talking about all the colorista markers and everything. And I mentioned that all of the new Annette Green Elizabeth Crafts is on its way to us. So, as I said, these markers are very affordable. I do like them. I think that they work well. Sont faits par la même compagnie que Spectrum Noir. So they're made by the same company as Spectrum Noir. And I really think that people are going to be pleased with it because you can do so much and it's really not overly costly. Comme si on veut acheter les posca-pens, des choses comme ça en peinture, c'est 6-7 $ le marqueur. Donc, comme ça, vous pouvez donner comme cadeau ou acheter toi-même un batch pour 20 $. So, it's an affordable way to give a gift to somebody who's starting out. For you, if you're just testing the water, and even for some of you who are already advanced in this, that would help if I put that there. It really is fun they really are fun to play with. So I don't think anybody would be sorry with any of the markers in this collection. And I think I was really pleased with the watercolor ones. And I love the fine liners. Where are my fine liners? I must have taken those home. No, there they are. Then there's my fine liners. I forgot about my fine liners. So these can all go away so that we can play. So let's put those away. Est-ce qu'il y en a des questions à part d'eux autres? Were there any questions about any of these? The colored pencils, the watercolors? Sont toutes en stock et vous pouvez les trouver. What is the plastic sheet in the mystery box? Is it a non-stick mat? Yes, it is. It is one of the indigo blue non-stick mats. And it is reusable over and over and over again. So these are the fine liner pens. These are for people who love to doodle. So if you're one of those that sit at the phone and love, like when you're on the phone, you just love to doodle, then these are the markers for you. I don't know about you guys, but this is how I used to doodle and just make weird shapes that kind of went into each other. And then I could just change a color. We would color them in. And at the end of my phone conversation, à la fin de la conversation par téléphone, j'avais déjà un dessin commencé. J'avais fait des signets de livres comme ça. J'avais fait plusieurs choses parce que quand je suis comme stressée ou au téléphone, j'aime faire quelque chose de différent en même temps. Et des fois, je veux pas crush candy, so I do this. Do we have any candy crushers out there? Do we have any of my candy crushers, fellow candy crushers? Yeah, I know. I'm old. I still crush candy. Just because when I need something really brainless to do, I just open that up. And I don't sit there and strategize. Donc, tu vois, j'aime juste faire un peu de doodling comme ça. Et colorer. Just comme ça. And I could go on for years, and then we would never have a video finish because I would go on and on. This really has a thin tip. Okay? Again, I have to put my hand underneath so it focuses on this. And still it doesn't want to. It's focusing on my hand. Come on. I know. There we go. Voila. Donc, très petit le tip. But you can write, you can doodle, you can just do any kind of doodling you want. I love the fine liners. And if I were flying, not driving, I would be taking these on the plane with me because that's what I do on the plane, is I like to just go in and do all sorts of doodling. So, just fun, okay? So, we'll put that away now and let's talk about some paint. Because like I said, moi je peux continuer tout le temps. With all the foam tape used. Okay? All right, so now that we've done that, let's move those out of the way. Let's talk a little bit about metallic paint. We've spoken of the Prima ones, right? Because thanks to May, we brought back in the Prima metallics. But because I didn't have any of those near me, j'avais pas des métalliques de Prima proche, j'ai sorti mes peintures métalliques de Indigo Blue. Eux autres sont tellement pigmentés, t'as pas besoin beaucoup pour jouer avec les couleurs. T'as besoin d'un brayer toujours. And if you're Dina, then you would also use a paintbrush on your gel plate. I'm actually going to be taking a class with Dina Saturday. Samedi, je suis en cours avec Dina. And I know we are going to be ditching the brayer because that's the name of the class. So, all right. Serviette humide, j'en ai ici. And we're good. All right, so I'm going to use either a palette knife or, yeah, I think I'll use a palette knife to grab it out. Un couteau de palette. Et moi, je vais prendre pas beaucoup de la couleur. Et je vais le mettre dessus. So, just look at that color though, guys. Look at that color. All right, then I'll wipe off my palette knife, go into the pink, get some of that. Okay, and wipe that off, which kills me, and get out some of this beautiful purple. All right, so those are metallic colors. They are yummy. Just look how metallic they are. Again, let's try and get the focus. Okay, whoops, I moved my spatula. Come on, focus, focus. Let's lower it a bit. There we go. That color is luscious. Okay, it's just beautiful. And you'll see it when I pull out some of this paper. I am using Marlene's Slimline Double Layer. The reason I'm doing that is because then we have black sheets and we have white sheets that are both usable with watercolor. Ils viennent dans le même paquet. Le blanc est plus petit que le noir pour qu'on peut mettre une par-dessus de l'autre. And you gotta peel it off carefully. Voila. So I'm going to take my brayer and I'm going to go up and down this way. So I'm going to spread out the color comme ça. Maintenant, je vais aller dans le rose. I could bring some of the pink over here. Then I can leave that pink over there. Now I'm going to go over the blue. All right. And I'm going to bring some of the blue over here. Okay, so one thing I was able to do is bring all three colors together. Now, I don't think I brayered out enough of that blue. So we've got that happening. I could pull this as is. Je peux le tirer comme tel, mais moi, je vais le mettre des masques dessus. We've talked about this, okay? I've shown you this before, where we can put a mask on here. I could have put it on before the paint. Je peux le mettre avant la peinture. Je peux le mettre après la peinture. C'est vraiment comme vous voulez. Et là, je vais laisser comme ça. Et je vais prendre une étampe. Usually I have some Tracy stamps or paper artsy stamps close. So let's get a stamp. And I'm just going to use a squiggle, just a squiggle on the side here. I'm going to do a little like that and a little like that. Et comme ça, j'ajoute un peu de texture. Et je peux même faire là et là et là. Okay, so I don't know what it's going to look like, just like you don't know what it's going to look like. Je vais laisser les masques et je vais mettre mon papier par-dessus. And I'm going to rub it on top. Okay, you want to make sure that you give the paint time to transfer. On va donner do I foresee having larger rolls of foam tape? Well, we have the 54-foot one. We also have the Altenew large roll, which is a nice roll too, Helen. It's under Altenew or foam tape on our website, and the Altenew is a large roll as well. Okay, so, but the 54-inch one is on its way. So here's what I'm going to end up with. Okay, so my first pull got most of the paint, but you can see where I did some of that squiggle stamping. So you see that? Donc, ça donnait juste plus de texture dans mon imprimé. Après, je peux faire une autre étampe ou une autre pull juste par-dessus de ça. Mais ce que je veux que vous voyez, c'est comme la peinture, la métallique, il s'apparaît même sur le gel plate. So you see how beautiful that metallic is? Now I could go and I can stamp in here. If I wanted to, I could stamp ink things right on my masks and put them on here. That would be cool. I could take my masks and I could put it right on there. I will raise it so you can see it. Je vais le mettre plus haut pour que vous puissiez le voir, au moins un petit peu. Puis je vais prendre un autre brayer parce que ceux-là, il y a plein de peinture dessus. Et je peux faire juste ça ici. Et si c'était pas trop sec, je peux avoir l'imprimé dessus aussi. So now I've even printed those. Now I could cut them out, I could use them, I could leave that there and I could pull something else on top of it. But look how fun. Yeah, the 54 is en route, Helen, but the Altenew is also a nice one that's really large. Okay, so voilà ce que j'ai fait avec ça. Maintenant, j'en ai ces deux imprimés là. Ce que je peux faire, c'est soit prendre un autre papier. Donc, ce que je vais le prendre, c'est... Où est-ce que j'ai mis? I'm going to take this watercolor one that I had put on there before. And, yeah, no, I'm just going to pull it this way. And I'm going to pull it. Et tu vas le voir, une autre façon que vous pouvez aller chercher l'image. So again, I was able to pull those two images right off of there. So it ends up being really fun, okay? Parce que à ce temps-là, il y a plein de choses que je peux faire avec ça, puis encore sont métalliques. Mais maintenant, moi, je peux sortir un couleur. What's going to go with those colors? Je cherche une de la même compagnie qui est translucent bleu pâle. I'm going to take, we're trying this, okay? Remember, c'est un essai. I am going to take this pale blue and I'm going to put that right over the top of those. Je vais le mettre par-dessus de tout ça. Okay? Et je vais prendre mon brayer. J'espère qu'il n'est pas trop sale. I'm going to take my brayer. Hopefully it's not too dirty. I could try and clean it off a bit. Oh, I should have brayered that on something. It's too sad to pass that up. Je peux pas. Je peux pas. Il faut, parce que ça peut être déjà un autre fond. So you see, I just couldn't pass that up. So now I'm going to go back to this blue and I'm going to brayer right over. J'ai pas nettoyé la plaque gel. Okay. There we go. So now I'm going to leave that sit for a minute. And again, I'm going to clean that. I'll clean it on top of here. And already I'm starting another background, okay? So forget the red in there. I'm already starting another background. I could use colorista markers to doodle onto those leaves, absolutely. So now, is this dry enough? I'm going to pull that. Actually, I'm going to pull it right over this one, okay? Je vais le prendre tout de suite par-dessus de ceux-là, mais avant, je vais le mettre un peu de texture. Parce que je veux de texture où il y en a les feuilles. Oh, non. Je vais faire la texture avec un pochoir. Si vous faites la texture avec un pochoir, tu mets ton pochoir, puis tu veux aller avec un essuie-tout ou quelque chose pour enlever un peu de la peinture avant de faire ton pull. OK? Donc là, j'enlève juste un petit peu qui est, you can see that, look at that script. You see? And now I'm going to lift that. Oof, that's going to be yummy. And I want to get that last little bit. Nope, I'm going to do it like this. But I don't want that harsh line. So, this is going to go over here. Voila. I'm trying to line it up. It's not going to be a masterpiece, guys. You know that. Bonjour, Isabelle. So, Anjou. So I really like these metallic paints. You need very, very little to get a metallic look. So you will see, you'll see a little bit of the script. You'll see that I picked up the leaves pretty much in their spots where they were before. Puis on voit un petit peu de l'écriture. So you don't see as much of it because I printed on top of something else, mais tu vois un petit peu plus. Okay? And each time, chaque fois que je fais une imprimée, ça enlève un peu de la mauve qui était là quand j'ai commencé. So that's what it does. It really goes in and it picks up what you had before. Now I'm going to go with that brayer again, the other brayer, the clean brayer, and I'm going to brayer off some of this stencil onto these leaves and see what we get there. So that there, ça ici, c'est déjà un morceau pour mettre sur une carte. So I could just cut this and that can go on a card, a little sentiment, and it's done. So very, very easy to have done. Okay? So that's what gel plate printing is. C'est pas de faire chaque fois. Des fois, on ne sait pas qu'est-ce qu'on va avoir et ça, c'est correct. You don't always need to know what it's going to look like at the end. And that's fine. That's the fun of it, is not knowing. Why do we need to know every time what our result is going to be? I mean, here they have a pearl, what is this, a pearl white? It's called Snow White. And it's not even been opened. And watch me rip it. I'm good at that. I can't open their bottles. Except this time. And I'm going to mix their pearl white. And I'm just going to go and put that right over the top of all this. And who knows what we're going to get. Je sais pas qu'est-ce qu'on va avoir. Mais je vais mettre le blanc par-dessus. I'm going to brayer it. Brayer. Je vais le laisser comme tel pour une minute. I'm going to let it dry for a minute, okay? I put too much paint. You don't even need this much paint. J'ai mis trop de peinture. T'as pas besoin la quantité que moi j'ai mis. I still haven't fully learned how little paint you need. Okay, so again, I just went and I put some pearl on top of my background that we're making. And now I'm going to let this sit for a minute parce que je veux que ça sèche un petit peu. So this écriture is from Crafter's Companion. On l'a en magasin. It's this one here. Okay. Ça vient de Crafter's Companion. Et je pense c'est comme $5. But it's definitely a nice one. The other one that we have from Crafter's Companion is this one. Okay. And that too is a really, really nice one. And that could make nice texture on here as well. I could go in and I can just make, oh, I like that. Okay, you loving that? Because I'm loving that. I am loving that. So that requires another black piece. I don't know about you guys, but I am absolutely loving that. Oh, well, Helen, you're going to need to send me the link for that one. All right, and now let's see what we end up with, because that looked stunning. And while I'm waiting, I'm going to print this right on the back here. Je vais l'imprimer même sur le dos. Let's just print this on the back. Okay. Voila. I love this stencil. If you don't have a good spatter stencil, it's a great one. Et aussi, ça vient de Crafter's Companion. Okay. So the thing you really need to develop is how long is not long enough and how long is too long. Il n'y a pas vraiment, ça dépend de votre salle où vous faites vos gel printing. Donc, c'est dur à dire, laisse ça pour 1 minute, laisse ça pour 30 secondes. So, it's tough to say how long you need to leave it. You need to just judge yourself accordingly. And you want to make sure it's lifting what you want it to lift. See, I feel bubbles here because I went over it with some of that paint. So, I'm still getting some of that purple as well. So that is the opaque white. Now, because à cause que c'est perlé, c'est dur à voir avec les lumières, mais vous pouvez voir toutes les petits spatters qui sont là. Okay? So, they are just fun. Ça peut être le fond d'une carte, puis maintenant, je peux faire un border étampé par-dessus. Ça a l'air, pour moi, ici, ça a l'air comme de l'eau avec des boules. So this is looking to me like water with bubbles going through. And there's even some blue up here, some blue and purple down here. So really, any gel print can be what you want it to be. So you just have to have fun with your jelly plate. And then look at how that printed. Imagine using that. It's almost like Swiss cheese. And snowstorm, you're right, Nancy. Yes, you do peek a little bit. You peek a little before you pull it, and you want to see that it's lifting your paint, okay? So I really do. The last thing I want to show you is without the gel plate. Je veux vous montrer les peintures métalliques sur quelque chose noir, okay? And I want to show you what I did in a class with them. I need just a flat paintbrush. Okay, and I'm going to take a little bit of each color out. Je vais faire sortir un petit peu de chaque couleur. Okay, I'm going to mix a little bit of water in with each of these colors. Okay, Then I'm going to take a little pink. Okay. And we're going to get off that. And then I'm going to take a little bit of the blue and rub off that. And I'm going to add a little water to each of the colors. Un petit peu d'eau à chaque couleur. And voilà. And I'm just trying to, à cause que c'est très pigmenté, je veux avoir plus de peinture au lieu de moins et pas perdre toute mon peinture. So I just want to make my paint last a little longer. And it's so pigmented and so metallic that I really don't need that much to get a beautiful color and to get the metallic to work. So that's why I add in a little bit of water to lengthen the use of my paint. Okay, so here goes. We're going to take that off now. And here goes. So I will put this on very random, just to show you how beautiful and metallic these paints are. Jay, they're online, these paints.
Which ones?
The Indigo Blues. Ceux-là sont vendus en kit de 6. La raison que j'aime les garder si possible en kit, c'est parce que comme ça, vous avez 6 couleurs que la compagnie avait l'intention que vous pouvez les utiliser ensemble. So it's good when a company comes up with a kit, because what's nice about that is you know that they intended those colors to work together. So they're trying to set you up for success at every step. So that's what I like about kits. And the paints come out a little less expensive in a kit. So there's only 3 kits, I think, 3 or 4 kits of metallics. Jay will tell me when. 3? Il y a 3 paquets de métallique. And I just love them. So imagine doing a journal cover like this. Et le moins d'eau que vous ajoutez, le moins translucide ils sont. Donc, il va être plus opaque. Okay? So, as you see, I am just putting on random paint anywhere. And I am just going to cover up this tag as a background. The colors are not mixing. They're overlaying, but they're not mixing unless I mix them. Okay? So I'm going to go in the cover of that pink because I want a little bit brighter pink. Voilà. Donc là, j'ai choisi un petit peu plus de le rose parce que avec l'eau, moi j'ai trouvé ça a l'air moins rose et plus argent. Donc j'ai ajouté un petit peu plus de la peinture. Okay, so I just keep going up in the cover a little and I'm adding a little bit more of the pink. Okay, here we go, my friends. We are just about done. And then I'm going to have to let you go, or I am not going to be going anywhere tomorrow because I've got to finish packing up the products I have to bring. But Art by Marlene should be here. It doesn't look like tomorrow. If it's not going to be here tomorrow, it'll be here Thursday. Donc, soit mercredi ou vendredi, Jay va être live avec vous pour un vidéo. Et aussi, si vous voulez, si vous avez déjà vu, if you've already seen the Elizabeth Craft Annette Green release, and there are things you need from that release, les besoins, vous pouvez envoyer des courriels à Jay pour faire des réservations parce que sont déjà en route et il va arriver bientôt. So imagine just doing that and having a background done. Okay? 3 colors metallic, They're going to dry completely metallic, and that is a background. Brush strokes are beautiful. I love brush strokes. They're pretty. They give texture. So I use nothing but a brush and 3 colors of paint. Et là, j'ai un tag ou un couvert d'un mini-album. Je peux faire n'importe quoi avec ça. So I could do really anything with this. And if I want more opaque color, I can just go in to my covers, my lids, les couverts de la peinture, puis ajouter un petit peu plus où je trouve que je veux plus de couleur et en effet. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I really wanted to show you a few little things that I've been wanting to talk about for a while. These metallic paints for sure, because they've been sitting here on the floor and Jay keeps going, should I put them out? I said, well, I need to talk about them. I need to talk about them. Donc, on va les mettre en ligne tout de suite. Can you give me one of each set, Jay? I'll just show them quickly. Donc, je vais vous montrer les 3 sets qui sont disponibles. Sont vraiment beaux. En laver déjà une fois. Donc, check ton stock si vous avez déjà acheté. So, here are the 3 kits. We've got Castles and Queens. Okay, Castles and Queens. So, in here, we've got like an olive green, a beautiful olive green. You have a gray. You've got your black. You've got an orange, Odette, for Odette. You've got a lovely blue and a rose gold. Okay. Donc, 6 beaux couleurs. Then here we've got a gold, a copper, the pink I was using, le rose que j'utilise, un lime, Merlin, c'est un bleu, puis argent. Donc, les 3 dorés et argent. Et avec les 3 dorés, j'ai fait... Where's my cover? Where's my album cover? I showed you guys my album cover. I don't know if you guys remember it. La couverture de l'album que je vais vous montrer. I know it's here, guys. But, of course, when you want to find something, you can't. Donc, c'est avec ces peintures-là que j'ai fait ça. J'ai utilisé un or, un noir et le cuivre. Okay? So that's how I did this background. Exactly what I just did. Exactement ce que je viens de faire sur le tag, c'est exactement comme ça que j'ai fait le fond. Okay? So that's how I did this. C'est juste avec les couleurs or, cuivre, puis noir. All right? So... Joanne, they're up online, or I think Jay just put them up while we were talking. You can go grab them there, or just call into the store. Karen's here. She can grab them for you. So, voila. And then we've got the bright green. We've got the Cinderella. We've got the purple that I just used. We've got orange. We've got blue. And we've got that Snow White that I used for the snowstorm. So 3 packages. This one's called Bedtime Stories. Ceux-là avec les couleurs métalliques, or puis argent. C'est shaken, not stirred. Shaken, not stirred. A Castles and Queens. Now, wasn't there a few colors that weren't in packages, Jay? On a aussi quelques couleurs qui viennent pas dans les paquets. Donc, les couleurs que vous voyez à l'unité, each color that you see sold on its own, it's because it's not in any of the packages, okay? So that's why I want you to go have a look, Joanne, because there's going to be a few colors that are separate, so you might want some of the individual colors, and that way you'll be sure to get exactly what you want. as soon as the video is done, Jay is probably going to put these up live. They're in already, hon?
I'm looking.
Jay's just checking. Yeah. So they're in. So he's going to put them up live for you. And there's what, about half a dozen colors?
3.
Oh, there's only 3 colors. Il y a 3 couleurs qui n'existent pas dans les paquets, sont séparément. So there's only 3 colors that are sold separately that did not make it into the packs. All right, guys. So I am going to miss you guys. I am going to miss you guys. Can't do it that way. I have to turn the camera this way. I'm going to miss you guys. So you like seeing the screen when I turn that? Okay. I'm going to miss you while I'm gone. So be nice to Jay, but in the same token, don't make him want to do all the videos because I'm coming back. So I want to do them when I get back, okay? So I will hopefully have some videos for you while I'm there. Le plus que possible, si je suis là, vers 4 heures, puis je suis dans un kiosque avec du monde que je pense que vous voulez voir ou des produits, je vais essayer d'être là avec un live, okay? So if I can do any lives from the show, I will. It'll all depend on their internet and how far into the conference center we are. If not, I'll do videos and I'll upload them in the evening, okay? So, I'll see you guys, I guess, in about a week, but I'll be on here and so will Jay. I will say hello to Lisa for you. Not a problem. I know she's going to be there and she'll be thrilled to know that people are saying hi. And oui, donc je vais essayer de faire les lives. Je sais que Dina va être là. Je sais que Simon est là. Je pense pas que Tim est là. Je ne sais pas si Diane est là, mais il va y avoir certaines personnes qui sont là. Donc, je vais soit prendre les photos, envoyer les petits vidéos, mais je vais être très, très, très occupée en fait des achats pour vous autres. Okay? So, I'll be very busy buying for you guys. So, and I will let you know, maybe I can do a video on the stamp wheel. If I'm at Altenew and there's not too many people around, maybe I can do a video on the stamp wheel. So that would be cool. All right, everybody. Love you all. Et à bientôt. So I'll see you guys soon. Merci tout le monde. And I hope you liked all these demos today. The markers I give definitely an A. And the metallic paints, those I have to give an A+. Because I really do like metallic. I love how easy it is to complete a whole background. And I love paint. And they're on my hands. So markers don't get all over my hands. So I guess both products deserve an A+. Donc, merci tout le monde. Puis à bientôt. Bye.